Hi everybody, this is Dario. Welcome back to my channel Motley Reads. So it's Sunday evening, a bit rough weekend looks, and I'm here to present you with my first nonfiction November reading, which goes under the prompt of Buzz. That reading is Natives, Race and Class in the Ruins of Empire by Akala. Akala is it looks like this. He's British. He's a hip hop artist. He's a social entrepreneur and he's educator. And his education is done through a series of workshops on Shakespeare. And my wife is using. She's a teacher and teacher of English. She's using Akala's. Akala's workshops also in her education. I'm gonna link one of his videos, one TED talk down below, so you can see what it's all about Akala and Shakespeare. So Akala's real name is Kingsley Daly, and he has written this this work on the situation of a racial situation in Britain, specifically situation of black people in Britain. This book is to me part of a Buzz prompt because the whole issue of racial divide is of course not a new phenomenon, so it's not like something that has appeared all of a sudden, but we have had during the spring and during summer this increase of protests within the Black Lives Matters movement after the unfortunate events in the US that have caused the global outrage everywhere around the globe, and it has been a lot of talk about it. So I thought that I should read something on that topic, but I shouldn't go into reading anything about the American situation. Because what was quite striking is that during these protests that were caused by events in the US, here in Europe, everybody was pointing at America and showing solidarity with the BLM movement based on the situation African Americans are facing in the US, while at the same time nobody or very few were even acknowledging all the similar problems that we actually have in Europe. So what I wanted to read is I wanted to read something that is about the European situation, but going on that theme. So we came across this book written by this guy, and I've been reading quite a lot about the issues of racial divide and specifically situation of the blacks in the United States. Works like this one, the autobiography of Malcolm X, which is quite an very well known work, autobiographical, but still covering a lot of general matter regarding the treatment of African Americans and racial divide in the US. I've read a lot of stuff like this. This book by James Baldwin, The Fire Next Time, which is one seminal work in this on this topic, and of course the works of Ta-Nehisi Coates, like this one, his latest book of essays, We Were 8 Years in Power, that is really a fantastic read on the situation in the US, giving a quite good historical explanation of the the background to the current events, covering everything from slavery, civil war, and what happened after the slaves in the U.S. were freed, until today's problem with the mass incarceration and the rise of white supremacy. So it is, I've read lots of works here about the U.S., but the situation that we have here was not, again, very well covered in the stuff that I was reading. So I picked up this book, and for me, as an I consider myself being an Anglophile. I'm really fond of British culture and British society, British history. In a way, it is generally presented to us all through the fantastic books that we are reading, through the movies, through the image of British and Britishness, and of course, colonization is one part of British history that to a large extent actually is presented kind of romantic light. You're thinking of British India and British Egypt, and you're thinking of this myth of how Britain spread the modern society, the democracy, the way of British administration, and so on and so forth. Of course, there was some negative things in the backdrop, but in general, it was positive experience for the countries where Brits ruled. That's kind of narrative that is impregnating everything, and you have this romantic picture of British colonization. However, here in this book, Akala is first of all, it is fantastically executed work. It is very persuasive writing that is with a strong fundament of facts and references. It is written in I would say in a pretty academic way, although it is a mixture of biography, autobiography, and essays of a kind that Ta-Nehisi Coates has here. You can see similarities in writing styles between both of them. So it's very enjoyable read. So you are you are moving through it, and you really want to get more and more information. Although it's a non-fiction book, you never get tired of it. I just read it throughout this weekend. It is, again, as I said, to me as Anglophile, it was pretty disturbing read, because the world seen through the world of British blacks is a pretty different world than the world we have got served to us, and here the whole situation of class divide and the racial divide in Britain is very well outlined. The historic background with the slavery and the colonization, it plays an important role here. The role of Commonwealth in the shape of current situation is also pretty well covered. You learn quite a lot about at least to me, an area that I really have a white spot, not knowing very much about the history of South Africa and apartheid in South Africa. How the British government was handling the South African problem from Cecil Rhodes, Churchill until Thatcher years. It was something that, at least to me, was not very well known, and obviously as it's portrayed here, nothing to be proud of for Brits. The book is also outlining the situation that the blacks today have in a British society. How white norm in the British society is impregnating everything, and difficulties to make your path through the British society today. If you are black youth, for instance, is very well portrayed. The police brutality, it also has its role here. Although he's repeating many times that this is a situation that's not even close to the one in the US. Still, we do have this problem in Britain, and it was a disturbing read, and I was thinking several times when I was reading through this, why there is nothing in other languages, other European languages that I know of, for instance, about the situation in the Scandinavian countries. You never read some work like this on the situation in Scandinavia. Of course, we do not have in Scandinavia that long history of immigration as the Brits have, but still, if you look at this, the large wave of immigration to Britain is during the last 70 years, and the things that are covered here are kind of consequences of this immigration wave during the last 70 years. And frankly, we have had immigration in Scandinavia during the same period of time as well, and we have some problems that are similar to these problems covered here, although nobody is really writing about this in Scandinavian languages, in Swedish, in Danish, Norwegian, not at least to my knowledge, to what I've seen. So this is really a debate that I think that we would all benefit from having. You really need to see the problems in order to be able to address them, and clearly, we do have problems, and I don't think that anybody would deny that. So reading this book. It is very difficult to give a kind of a summary about the thesis of this book. It is a number of perspectives that are covered here, and there are lots of episodes, both personal episodes and historical episodes. But all of this gives you a full picture of the situation that the blacks are having today in Britain, and it is a pretty problematic one that is not dealt with sufficiently clearly today. Whether the book is offering any solution to the problems or not, they seldom do. But I think that it is very good to create awareness of the issues at hand, to initiate and carry on the debate, and throughout awareness increase, political changes are at the end possible. So to me it was a disturbing read, but it was very informative and enjoyable read. Literally very well executed, lots of great new information. I would definitely recommend it as a read to anybody that would like to understand the current situation with the racial divide in Britain, and definitely applicable to the wider context of Europe. So, Natives by Akala. Hope you like it. Bye.